Great Friday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, and I am home. Actually, doing the show from home this evening, and it's something that I actually want to get into trying to do the shows from home because it's so much easier to um, to get home once you're already home. uh, you avoid doing the drives late at night. And one of the things that I really opted was to leave downtown area early and not have to leave downtown area late at night. And I've made mention to folks that have been concerned with me doing the show late in the evening from downtown. I say, well, I've never really felt unsafe downtown. It's probably the same way that I've never really felt unsafe uh, till recently in Matamoros, Tamaulipas. And I say till recently because it has gotten a little bit on the hectic side, and it should be a little bit concerning to everyone here in this area. I know for a fact that it is concerning to a lot of our folk in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, especially a lot of the folk that work closer to the border, like a lot of our Mexican immigration staff. They're concerned. And I know that they're concerned because I've had conversations with a lot of the folks out there, just concerning. And people don't know exactly how to react to a lot of the different situations that a lot of individuals that are coming up from Venezuela, South America, Central America, Mexico, and other parts of the world, are bringing to our border. And I think it's amazing that a lot of folk are still in the blind in regards to what is actually going on. It is a crisis, and a lot of folk, will go out there and say, "Well, don't call it a crisis because it's not a crisis. Those are Republican, conservative, or Fox News type of rhetoric." It's until you actually uh, go down there, guys, that you realize that it is chaotic. It is a crisis, and there is absolutely no leadership being demonstrated from individuals outside of local law enforcement and local individuals who um, who have to deal with small force detente type of situation, like our border patrol and our customs and a lot of our local state troopers. I've noticed that there are a lot more new folks out there working the border that I did, did not know before. Because I cross regularly into Mexico, guys. I have a feel for a lot of the individuals that work here in our area, and I see a lot of them regularly. I'm seeing a lot more folk that I've never seen before. So there's a lot more custom agents down here that I guess are new to this area. There's a lot of more state troopers, a lot more folks patrolling this area that hadn't been patrolling it before. It's just a very very awkward situation, and I say that because a lot of these folks they place themselves in this position that I'm sure that they do not want to be in, because a lot of the individuals that come down here are foreign to the culture, and that's not a safe mix. It's a dangerous mix because a lot of the individuals that come down here are so out of tune with the culture down here. It becomes a shock not only to them but to the individuals that are trying to cross on a daily basis uh, and cross legally. Because a lot of the folks that were brought down here to detente to stop the influx of a lot of the individuals that are trying to cross over illegally. It puts a strain on individuals that you know tend to come over here legally with their uh, visa cards, B2 visas, the visitor visas. Individuals that I need to get that out of my system. Individuals that are part of our economy down here, a part of our economy, like them or not. I did send you the code. What? I don't know what the hell you're asking me for. Oh, I did send you the damn code. I did. Sure as hell did. Um, Again, my heart's out goes out to a lot of the people out there that have to work in this area. Cheese, lots of situations here. Our enforcement did an awesome job today. Yes. Let me say, there was a speed chase, guys, that went on, ended up in Price Road. There was an accident involved. I was able to post a crap load of videos. The truth be told, and this is something that I want a lot of individuals to know, guys, I did not get to see a lot of the different videos out there, but I usually don't because I actually do work and I've got other stuff that I'm trying to organize along the way. Um, so I did not have much of Facebook present in regards to seeing a lot of these videos, but I sure as heck did post them so that y'all could see them and then y'all could share information in regards to what's going on with me. And I think that, again, a lot of people still don't understand. Guys, I'm not out there taking videos throughout the city of Brownsville because it'd be impossible. Plus, if you notice on the videos, there's different angles to the videos, which gives individuals a clearer picture in regards to what's going on. But it's not me taking the videos and not necessarily me actually going out there and watching the videos. How about the Rainbow Downtown, Mr. Rascasso? Just got connected to your live right now. Hey, Shayla. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm actually waiting to see if Susan will come on or Manny can come on. What's going on? We'll share in a little bit. Can you send me a recipe for crunchy cheese snack you used to put in microwave, please? Also, how are your kitties? My kitties are great. I'm actually going to have a birthday party for Chema and Emma on the 5th of July. So I'm going to invite anyone that wants to come down, can come down. We're going to have cakes, cupcakes, and boxes of candy. So if you'd like to come and take a picture with Emma, I got a backdrop and I got the works for them because I'm crazy that way. So July the 5th, we are going to have a birthday party for Emma and Chema. It will be at my office. I will be posting out the invitation as time gets closer to it. In regards to the cheese, Chris, all you need is 2 slices of Gouda cheese. Usually the one from Walmart works okay. One of those Dixie bowls. Put it in there. I cover it up. I cover it up with a napkin. Put it in the microwave. I think it's for a minute. You're gonna have to test it. Depends on the microwave time. You get some good cheese strips. Actually, I'm actually going to plan to do some. Can I take my kitties? I have 2. Yes, that'd be wonderful. They'd probably enjoy that. I'm going to have a little kitty hats. I'm going to have little people kitty hats too, and I ordered the works because it's their 1 year birthday. My cats at home have been with me long enough that they don't need a birthday. Although I try to celebrate a birthday with them as well. So I might bring him some leftover cake. I love my cats. I did post that I had lost Mimi's. And let me explain what happened. It was kind of a weird deal with Mimi's. Mimi's and Mommies are my indoor cats. And Mimi's and Mommies, they stay inside always. They never leave. They always stay inside. The issue with Mimi's is that that night that we got that freakish little storm at night, I think it was at I think it was a Saturday. I can't remember, Sunday. I can't remember. But what happened is I heard the door like open, and I thought someone's coming to the house, and I thought it was Mama that was coming to the house. I go like, she can come into the house anytime she wants. They still own it until they pass away. Then I get to keep it. But and I'm not counting on that. I think it's because I don't want to be paying the taxes on this because the taxes are crazy. They can continue to pay the taxes and the light bill. Don't want any part of that. That's a different story. So what happens is the door opens, and I thought, what's Mama's coming in? Had no issue with it. All of a sudden, I fell asleep watching whatever, God knows what shows I'm watching. I'm not going to mention them because they might be children watching. But so I wake up, and I'm going back to the bedroom, and I see the door open, and I'm going, what the hell? And I knew that Mimi's had gone out. I was afraid Mommy's had gone out. If Mommy's had gone out, I would have really freaked out. But Mimi's, she's an older cat, so she knows how to get back home. And sure enough, came back home. So I love her. Hey, Susan, how you doing?
Hello, stranger. How are you?
You stranger, you.
You moved to Mexico.
No, I didn't.
Literally, pretty much.
Pues let me say that I'm no, but I am planning to go back to Monterrey this next weekend. Avram is coming tomorrow, so he's going to be here with the kids, and we're going to go to the island. I have work to do, so I'm going to spend very little time with him. My mom's having a birthday party on Sunday, so he's going to be here for her birthday party and then go back home. Next weekend, I'll be in Monterrey for the weekend. I'm actually going with Jay Nagy. You remember Jay Nagy, right?
Yes.
Going out with Jay Nagy and his beautiful, beautiful wife. We're going to, go out. And then...
you mean go to Monterrey?
Well, we're going out. Let's leave it at that.
Wait, okay. You're at the island or at Monterrey?
We haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
And probably the island, but we'll see. We're going to spend the weekend together. And then I'm going to Cancun on the 30th, spend the weekend there. Actually going to do a renewal of vows for my attorney, one of my attorneys.
Oh, okay.
My lead attorney. Going to do renewal of vows and spend the time there.
Cool.
So that's why I got a text from Vicente Gonzalez to vote for Tino Villarreal. Are they that desperate to get him through the finish line? I don't even live in Brownsville anymore.
Oh, shoot.
Let me say, it's really disappointing. It's disappointing that they would have to go that route. One of the things, Susan, that it really bothers me, and I've shared this with you, is that once individuals get elected, like Vicente Gonzalez, Brian Martinez, Linda Macias, once they get elected, they have to understand that the politicking is put to a side. Mm-hmm. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, that puts to the side. You are there to represent the community as a whole. And this is what really bothers me about Vicente Gonzalez doing that bitch move. He is our representative.
Right.
As a whole.
Right.
You expect that he's going to remain partial and let the individuals, fight it out. Let the voters decide ultimately who they're going. The only thing that they do, in my opinion, Susan, is they make that divide all the more, apparent. Mm-hmm. And then they go out and say, well, y'all are divisive.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's Vicente, and it's every local elected office, person right now. It is a sad thing to see that in a nonpartisan race, which is absolutely a nonpartisan race, we make no decisions based off of our political affiliation for the city of Brownsville. In a nonpartisan race, we have people like Vicente Gonzalez, the Democratic Party of Brownsville, the um, Democratic chair of Brownsville, everybody doing everything they can to help this guy across the finish line. Um, and he's not even a Democrat. He's clearly said he's an independent, that or he didn't say the word independent, but he said, I would consider myself an independent because I don't lean either way. And yet we have the Democratic Party and Vicente Gonzalez just pushing like crazy. And I just think it's so inappropriate to do that. Now, if it was a partisan race, I would understand it completely. Absolutely. If I was running as a Republican and he was running as a Democrat, or I was running as an independent and he was running as a Democrat, or he was running as a Republican and me a Democrat, I would understand it completely. But that's not the race we're running right now.
Well, it's unfortunate because these individuals, they should be, and again, this is one of the things that I'd hope that Roy de las Chanclas and all of them realize. It's a time to bring us all together.
Right.
We're all in this together. Unfortunately, a lot of things that they do, they make that divide, all the more wider. And I've been very, very, you always have to be very, very cautious because everyone's feelings get hurt and everything. But I've been mentioning on the shows that I've had, and posted publicly. They're out there painting, and this is one of the Shayla's questions. They're out there painting crosswalks rainbow colored,
Mm-hmm.
and again, it makes no sense. You're putting lipstick on a pig, in a city that is riddled with potholes and busted cities and flooding streets.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, last year when that happened, and I've seen the post, and I haven't actually gone down there. Hey, where did you go? You there? Okay.
I'm here.
Um, Last year that happened, and I know that there was quite a bit of people that spoke out against it. Um, and I want to say that they had mentioned that at that time they painted it on their own with the permission, but they used their own paint, their own money. But this time, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen city officials do it.
Yeah, yeah, I saw
So
him. I saw him personally today,
yeah, yeah, I have an issue with that.
and I had a conversation with him, and they said, "Erasmo, don't put the blame on us." I said, "Guys, I'm not." And I want the city to understand this. It's not our workers; they're being forced to do this.
Mm,
Their job is to follow the direction of leadership. It's the leadership that is so screwed in the head. But it's something that we've been saying for a while. The priorities are so askew or
mm.
so out of whack. And
Yeah,
this,
I got a picture today from because we've been block walking southmost and we've kind of been splitting up. And one of the block walkers sent me a picture of a pothole in southmost, and like even the southmost people are fixing their own potholes, and it shows kind of like how they fixed it, because they couldn't get the city to fix it. I mean, we have so many things in the city that are going on that, we really like. Again, this is I know I've said it a million times. We have to get back to the basic needs of the citizens and stop all this stuff. We really do.
again, look, and I've made mention on the show. There has been no greater advocate, and I'll say this again and again, no greater advocate for the LGBTQIA community than Erasmo Castro. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how much, because what happens, Susan, is that this little group out there, they started to label, well, Erasmo hates the LGBTQIA community. You suffered a little bit of that yourself in regards to, oh, we're homophobes.
Mhm.
And we xenophobes and homophobes and all the phobes. Well, like, look, guys, there's no individual out here that has been more pro LGBTQIA community than Erasmo Castro. I've fought the fights that needed to be fought in regards to making sure that individuals that are part of the LGBTQIA community, have a voice, they have their choice, and they can do whatever they want to do. Just don't want it out there infringing the rights of other individuals. Look, Susan, in a city, and it happened today. I don't know if you saw my post today, but a city that is riddled with crime. We've got speed chases going on every other day. We've got vehicles that are flipping over all over the town. We have very little law enforcement out there because there are no funds in a town where Kimberly disappeared
Yeah.
on the same streets that they're painting over with rainbow colors on the same streets. and there's no resources for more security, more law enforcement, or for individuals finding out what the hell happened to Kimberly. And this is what really irritates the crap out of me. It's like they want to the town, gay the town over, but not really attack that which affects everyone and the gay community and the LGBTQ community. Because I would rather they stop painting all the crosswalks, stop putting up all these flags, and put all those resources that are being spent by the city, not private funds, by the city, into finding out what happened to Kimberly. And
Hey,
again,
speaking of Kimberly, was there ever reward for that?
yes, there actually still is a reward out there. But again, but it was offered by the family and by individuals that donated. I was actually part of the vigil. I went a couple of them until individuals started being rude to Erasmo Castro. I'm going like, bitch, I'm out here bringing awareness to this, more awareness to the Kimberly issue than the city of Brownsville could ever or has ever even done.
Mm-hmm.
More awareness to it than law enforcement, and you still want to hate on Erasmo Castro? It makes absolutely no sense. But what bothers me is that it's this crime is out there, potholes are out there, street lights aren't synchronized. We don't have no bus stops, and they're getting bus stops, and that's great. Not enough, but that's okay. But we have resources to paint crosswalks throughout downtown, and that's just really, really, very, very unfortunate. Let me get to these questions. Who was actually behind the Chente? It was Steve Guerra, port commissioner.
Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with the flag as well.
I hope Chente would be impartial. Well, yeah. Shut up, Roman.
He's
I
not going
wish
to be
I wish
impartial.
I could vote just to upset. That's all this zoning crap. Nah, me too. My parents didn't know Brian was gay. He definitely tried to hide his sexual orientation while he ran. As soon as he won, boom, you got the pro proclamation, pics with trans and rainbow crosswalks, etc. Let me say, I still don't understand how. I mean, unless individuals are, deaf and mute, what? Mute and dumb,
Deaf and mute.
deaf and mute, and guys, just hear him talking. I could know he was gay a mile away. And again, I love Brian. Great, great kid. Should not be a city commissioner. Should not be a city commissioner. But it is what it is. Not even you vote for the person who is going to do more for the position, not for the party.
Mhm.
Yes, we could only get that. Let me go real quick, and then we'll go.
Especially in a nonpartisan race. Especially in a nonpartisan race.
They will never listen unless they owe you something. If it's in their benefit, they'll gladly help. Hello, Susan.
I
Why does Roy have so much power? Why wouldn't Cowan or Linda or Brian speak up against him? Who made Roy boss, or what? I heard of those mornings say Roy has the power. Why though? Because he does. Very simple. But again, it's twofold. There's two sides of the problem. First, the problem is with the individuals that voted. That's part of the problem. They voted to give Roy de los Santos all this power, and it's to the individuals that didn't vote. That's those who are those to blame. Those that did vote and those that didn't vote, and the individuals that voted the right way didn't do enough. And this is one of the reasons why. God bless you, Susan. This is not an easy runoff. If individuals who are upset with what the direction that the city is going, if you do not become a part of the process, and I'm saying this for years now, if you don't go out and vote, you don't push your family to go out and vote, you don't do the texting, you don't do the calls, you don't bring awareness, nothing's going to change.
No, you're absolutely right. The biggest obstacle that I have seen besides just the political machine behind certain candidates is the absolute disconnect from the voter, the people that are registered to vote, and how they just do not want to vote, or they feel frustrated, yet they don't understand every time they don't vote, then the same people have two right behind us to vote. If you don't want change, then don't vote. If you're looking for change and you're looking to make something happen, you got to start breaking away at it because they are surrounded by cement. And unless we start chipping away at it, it's not going to happen. And the only way to do that is for you to get on vote.
Yeah, and at this point, it's not just go out and vote. Get your family out to vote.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Contact your friends and individuals. And let me tell you, it's hard. And look, I had a conversation with Susan this week. I said, because got a message saying I had not voted. And I
Mhm.
said, yeah, I have not voted. I've been out of town. And on Wednesday, I was swamped with back work. But I'm going to go out, going to go vote, and I'm going to make sure that my parents and my family members go out and vote. Let me tell you, even for me, Susan, it's not easy because
Mhm.
my parents are at that point like, "Ya voté, ¿pa qué voy a votar?" I'm going like, "Get yourself out to vote," and that's
I
what.
actually checked your voter registration to make sure it hadn't changed to Mexico before I called you. Like this guy doesn't even live here anymore.
I'm still a Brownsville resident. I may travel the world, but I'm still registered as a Brownsville voter. This is my home base, so it's not illegal for me to vote in Brown. Let me tell you, one time I was working in Austin, and a lot of people were questioning. I go, Erasmo, can you run for office if you're working in Austin? I said, yes, because I still live in Brownsville.
Mhm.
But that's a story for another day. I bet the LGBTQ folk already forgot about Kimberly. I've never heard them talk about her in any way you did back when you posted the reward flyer to help find her. Yes. Again, no one has been more vocal about Kimberly's disappearance than Erasmo Castro. It's that simple. So to call Erasmo Castro a homophobe, to call Erasmo Castro a hater, it really is the kind of redundant when you look at the facts. The Commissioner de las Chanclas went out there and put up a post, Susan, put up a post and stated, hey, stop hating. And, because all of a sudden you start talking about the real issues in the city, and you're just a hater, and you hate the LGBT. And I appreciate that Manny went out there and responded. I don't know if you saw the post. Manny went out there and responded. Where's the hate? Disagreement doesn't equal hate. And that's what a lot of these people need to understand. Just because we don't agree with each other,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that we hate
Mhm.
anyone here. I mean, with all my heart, I could easily say I have absolutely no hate towards the LGBTQIA community. I don't have any hate towards the African American community, the Asian community, anyone out here, guys. I don't. And I'm going to trust that Susan doesn't either, you
Mhm.
know. But we've been labeled as homophobes because we differ in opinion in regards to what the priorities are for this city.
Mhm.
Because the city should be focused on the citizens,
Mhm.
not the specific groups.
Right. So it's sometimes it's a disagreement with actions, not with the person himself, or hate, not even hate. I would say just like a simple disagreement, not in favor of certain actions. But I think those are just talks that are, I've said this a million times now already, that I think they're going to have to be talks now over coffee and just say, look, it's difficult even with political in the political world with your family, where you have to kind of sit down and say, okay, let's just stop fighting about it, let's talk about it, let's I think that's what is just going to have to happen, from now on.
So Tino El Chochino is giving barbecue for votes. That
Mm.
is shame. I did.
Tino Cochino is not even here this weekend, guys. He's actually in Dallas. So I guess this is going to be the Democratic, either the Democratic Party or somebody else giving out barbacoa on his behalf. He's not here. He won't be here tomorrow at the voting. He's out of town.
Must be nice. Is Kimberly a guy's name? No. Honestly, I don't remember his birth name. Kimberly's the name that he wanted to be recognized as. So to me, that's fine.
Mm.
Anything that doesn't go their way, they see it as hate. They don't like dialogue. Sorry, I meant to say last month. You skipped a good message. Which one? Luis Castro. You
Oh,
should go check on the bus stops that cross from Valley Magic Electric Company Brownsville. Is so dangerous. They're just waiting for a tragic to happen. Seriously, sad to close the streets, no bench, no nada, inches from the street. Worse, well, Casa Romero, the horrible traffic glass, it makes me so mad. Let me say, that's throughout Brownsville, guys. I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all seen the bus stops that are here on Morrison in front of Target. That's a disaster waiting to happen because those streets are just so horrible, guys. And it happens everywhere. That's what. I'm sorry, I missed that. My good
Shayla,
message,
Shayla. Is that Shayla? Shayla? It's a
Shayla.
pretty name. Shayla, on my, I don't know if Shayla's from here, but on my political page, I put the actual locations of where those new 30 bus stops are going to be. I don't know if one of that is, if that location you're talking about is one that's going to be put up in the next 6 months. You might want to check it out.
Could talk about her giving her refund to help the needy. Yeah. Again, it was great that Susan got a $500 little check from PUB, and I saw that you gave it away to 5 different families, and I think that's really awesome. And let me say, guys, as much as I do for this community, I think I'd be very hard pressed to go out there and do the same. So it's very, very commendable. Yeah.
Yeah, those I get emotional when I talk about those families, so I try not to talk about it. They're pretty hard. They're pretty hurting for money.
And there's a lot of those cases here,
Oh
unfortunately.
yeah, I got like 35 texts.
But let me say this again, guys. It's all part of the same thing. Nothing is ever going to change. We're not going to have true economic development while these individuals continue to pocket the resources that should go to the people of Brownsville, continue to focus on things that really don't matter or are important or directly benefit the people of Brownsville. Nothing is going to change. We're going to have no economic development. We're still going to have individuals out there, Susan, that are going to be hurting financially.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and it's going to increase now because I know Susan might disagree, but our PUB rates are going to go up. There is absolutely no way that it's going to be sustained, and that these monies that they're giving away right now, we're ultimately going to have to pay for. I'm going to say this again. We are going to pay for the refund that they are handing out now tenfold. I guarantee it. I will change my name. I will change my name if it actually doesn't happen. Because let me say, guys,
You
my
already owe me money.
no, you owe me crap load of cash,
Are
and you
you
haven't.
kidding me? Did you get the credit? Did you get a PUB credit?
No,
Well, I don't know why you did, but everybody else did.
my parents even didn't get a credit. My church didn't even get a credit. We got nothing. So nothing, nothing, zero. And we've had a building up for the past 30, 40, 50 years, gotten back nothing from PUB. But again, we're not going to get anything. And the little that was given out, I guarantee you it's going to come back to us. Just this last month, my bill went up $100. So I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that we're going to get real, true relief from anything having to do with PUB. We're going to pay for it, guarantee you. And look, besides no economic development, then we've got taxes. You've seen the taxes,
Yeah.
Susan. Individuals, how the hell are you going? And what's going to happen is a lot of these individuals, like the individuals that you mentioned, those 5 families that you helped out, a lot of these individuals are going to get stuck with having to give up their
Yeah.
homes.
Yeah, that's a real concern right now. A real concern. Um, the city's going to have to step in and lower that tax rate in order to balance it out. No way.
But they're not. There's no incentives. And look, and again, there's no incentives for anyone in leadership to do anything while the bulk of their properties are tax exempt anyway.
Yeah.
It's not going. They don't care. And one of the things that I've made mention out there, guys, is how much, how little these individuals pay to the point it doesn't matter. I mean, Trey Mendes, his building could go up to $1-2 million. It doesn't matter if he's not paying any taxes on it,
Yeah.
and that's what sucks. And I'm glad, Ben, that your wife is doing great. Continue, we are continue to pray for her, and please let her know. Did I
Mhm.
see that correctly? Southmost is not getting a single bus stop. I do not know. I have not kept up. Susan might be a little bit more in tune with it.
Let me
I love
check
you
that
guys.
out.
For you guys, uh, DM me, Susan, so I can help out too. Chuck Nelson.
Oh, help with the needy families. Absolutely.
Let's see. Why is the city bigoted towards transvestites, transgender, non-binary by not including their flag colors in the crosswalks? Does the B in BTX stand for bigoted? I still don't like that BTX crap. Erasmo, many Brownsville conservatives are complaining that they voted for John Cowan because he claimed that he was going to represent conservatives' ideals, and now they're disappointed because he is because they're stupid, Jose. You think all he said was to go into office? Yes, because they're stupid. And this is one of the look. I'm going to say this. There was a post out there by this John Bragum or Brigham or Branham or whatever the freak that guy, old guy's name is. And look, oh, and we're going to have a party. I don't know what it was. Can't even remember. Do you remember that something? Or I can't remember.
The for which one?
I don't know, that John Branham or something. That guy.
I don't know.
He's a supporter of yours, which is great. I appreciate that. But went out there and put up a post, Jose, and goes out there saying like, "Oh well, conservative." I said like, and I wrote on there, "Bitch, nothing's going to happen while the conservative party here continues to be so damn divided. They're so damn divided because all those conservatives that went out there and voted for John Cowan, you're fools, you're stupid, you're ignorant, and you're naive, just idiots. Because if you believed anything that was coming out of the mouth of Jessica Tetreault or John Cowan, you're a damn fool. I mean, and this is what really irritates me because supposedly conservatives are very fact based. I mean, we've showed the facts that these individuals were all in cahoots together. The same guy, John Cowan, that is out there directly and indirectly supporting Tino Villarreal.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you really think that John Cowan has a hair of conservatism? Besides him being bald, hair of conservatism in his body? No. Stop being morons. Stop being fools. So to all those John Branhams and all those Friday ladies and all those wannabe conservative giants out there, you're stupid. You're ignorant. Nothing is going to change while you have conservatives running for a position and you opt to vote for probably the most liberals individuals out there. So you all just shot yourselves in the foot. So all those conservatives that voted for John Cowan, Jose, are morons, idiots, babosos. They gave you a few dollars, but wait, they will get it back tenfold. Yep, I believe that. Susan, good luck with the runoff. You got my vote. Thank you.
Thank you. See, thank you.
From bus stops to upgrading the park, Central Park and Chacalaca Park, kids need a place to have organized sports, especially basketball courts, and they're decrepit. And
basketball courts, indoor basketball courts, we need so bad.
Well, let me tell you, Susan, what really is really unfortunate is that we don't have handicapable park facilities throughout our city, and we could have them. My issue is that
Did you say handicap?
Yeah.
Yeah, we only have the one in front of Cameron Park.
Cameron Park. Mm-hmm. And, in a city this large, this big, mm-hmm. every single park out there should be outfitted in order to
one of them.
Every single one, guys.
I do. I agree with you 100% on that. Major priority.
But what happens, Susan, is they'll put up a swing somewhere, and then you've got all these people, advocates for special needs, going like, "Oh, yes, the city has done great. They put up a swing." Mm-hmm. It's not enough. And that's what individuals need to vote. No, don't settle. Don't applaud them because you're actually going out there and promoting mediocrity. Cities should be doing a lot more, and they're not going to because they're too busy painting the damn crosswalks rainbow color. Roy is on TV news once or twice a week. He's the real mayor, not John. Yes, Susan, did not I scream about this?
He is quiet.
Huh?
He is quiet.
He is quiet? John?
Mm-hmm.
Look, John is going to continue to be quiet. Roy's continue to do the show. John, as long as he can make a couple million here or there, doesn't give a rat's behind. He's not in it for the citizens of Brownsville. He is in it to make money. And that's what's unfortunate. Morons. The promise, whatever the citizens want to hear, once elected, they do whatever they want. And all of them. Look, Susan, where's all those cheerleaders that were like, yeah, Brownsville, Brownsville, Brownsville? Where are they now? Have we heard from any of the city commissioners out there? Anything? Am I lying? Morons. Besides potholes and bus shelters, if our zoo loses accreditation, that would be a real bad thing for the city. And this is one of the main reasons why people come and visit. Consider it gone. I just don't see it coming back. We're going to
I,
lose it. It's going, and I've said this for years, Susan. It's going to be a chicken, cat, and dog little petting zoo facility. That's it, guys. So once we lose accreditation, it's never coming back. Not going to recuperate from that ever. Sincerely proud of you, Susan.
thank you.
Susan, good luck. Got my vote.
Yay.
I only have water with PUB, and my bill last month was paid. And then I called. They said I was paid off because of my refund, and that had 123 plus for this month. So I get my bill this month, and they only gave me 80 credit and oh, X amount. So I call PUB, question it, and no one answers. And never gonna get an answer. People that vote for John Cowan are about to see that all that came out of his mouth was vomit. Putting pictures of you or your past, Mr. Castro. What is he, a saint? No one is. I want to be conservative. You're transparent. Yeah, 100%. We need to bring back the Boys and Girls Club to give youth opportunities. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys.
Did we have a Boys and Girls Club before?
Yes.
Where was it? The one, not the one on the corner of where the courthouse is, right?
Yeah, Tyler and 7th
Yeah.
Street. Yeah, that was the Boys and Girls Club.
And that's turned into like a recreational center.
Offices more. It was kind of weird because it had been transformed into a recreational type of little center. They actually had boxing out there and everything, and events during the summer so kids could go and do these arts and crafts stuff. I think it's dead now. I think it's just parks and recreational offices. I'm not sure.
Well, they hold basketball there, like men's basketball, but that's all I've seen. But it's such a poor location with very limited parking.
Very limited. All inclusive park is a county park, not a city park. 100%. You're right. And yeah, because it's in Cameron Park.
That'd be great.
No, but she's referring to the one that's there.
The one on Cameron is a county park.
Yeah, it is county park. It's not a city park.
Oh.
Yeah, it belongs to the county. And the county makes sure that they let everybody know.
Technically, we have no accessible city park.
No. None.
West Brownsville is just an accessible field, but no park. Okay.
No park. Zip. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm on getting messages right now. Why is the city asking for free labor to clean Olivera Park? Do they not have manpower to do it themselves?
I don't have a problem with that. I think the citizens should get involved.
This is one of the things, Susan, that I fall right in the middle of, and I agree with you, and I agree with Sam, because what happens, Susan, is we've already paid for these parks to get cleaned up and fixed up, and going out there and doing it ourselves is a solution. But ultimately, what happens is then the city continues to become lax and says, "Well, just let the people do it." Mm-hmm. We already paid you to do it. We're already invested in it. So I'm torn, honestly, torn. Thanks to Jessica Brendan Bradshaw for her text message reminding people to go out and vote for Susan. Yes, thank you. And I wish I knew how to do mass text messages. And if someone could show me how to do it, I would do it on my phone. I think I have tons of people on my phone. If someone would be willing to come and help me at the office, Susan, you could send someone. They could go through all my Facebook posts and help me put up posts out there. I just don't know how to do them mass. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if y'all could find someone.
I don't know how to do it. I think you have to use a software and pay for it. So.
Well, if someone can come and knows how to do it, I will access all my Facebook pages. And I supposedly have 100, 200,000 people on mine. And most of them are from Brownsville. You're awesome, Susan. Thanks for continuing to call it out loud. You both can still make a good team after Susan gets elected. She'll be the chair, but also can be the direct communication connection with the followers. I'm hopeful. I'm praying. Central Avenue in Boca Chica, huge holes in the street, and they just don't care. They do not care. Erasmo was her right about it all, and that's why I was so hopeful and motivated to get him as mayor. I know Susan is passionate about it all, and then some. Yes. We just all have to work together as the.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of division within the city itself. I mean, I've talked about the division between the city leadership and the citizens of Brownsville, but I just think there's a lot of division within the city as well. And it's almost like we need to turn should so we shut down our phones and restart it and the computers and restart it. I think we need to do that too. With my
I
chief of staff,
I am not going to sit
he's
on your
never
lap.
in town. Are you kidding me?
I am not going to sit on your lap.
Geez, I wouldn't be able to reach him when he's in Mexico. You can forget it. His
Hey,
cats would make a better chief of staff, I'm sure.
I'm sure too. Any plans for this weekend?
Yes, tomorrow. I'll be at the library, public library, and then I'll be at the Southmost Library for a little bit, and then I'm going to a wrestling match at night, and then on Sunday I am block walking.
Well, again,
I am continuing to push while my opponent's on vacation. No, I'm just kidding. He's not on vacation, I don't think, but he's out of town for sure.
who has kitties on your post? I don't know. Uh, well, again, Susan, I am mostly available. Whatever you want me to do, I will.
I need you to text all your friends. The 5,000 friends you have on your phone. Everybody needs to get out and vote. Tomorrow is the last day of the week. And then Monday and Tuesday are the last days for early voting. Monday and Tuesday is all we have left. And then election day is on the 17th. But of course, then you have to go to your respective precinct. So if you want to make it easy and stop by the library tomorrow, I'll be there.
Please go and vote.
Yes, please go and vote because I need everybody and everybody's mother and tia and tío and abuelita and abuelito and everybody, the neighbors, all of them. All of them. Go.
Are you giving out food?
Yeah, right around the corner.
For
You can
votes?
go pick up some barbacoa from Tino. Vote for me and pick up a taco from Tino.
Let me know, and I'll be out there picking up a couple of tacos.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on. Anything else, Susan?
that's it.
Guys,
Follow
please.
my political page if you got any questions. Inbox me, call me, cell phone 956-592-6026. Let's do this, man. Let's get somebody in there that's gonna represent.
Guys, please go out and vote. Get your family out and vote. Motivate anyone and everyone you can to please come out and vote. Use your text messages,
Bless you.
your Facebook pages, anything and everything out there. Thanks, Susan. Keep on fighting. Guys, I'm taking me 3+3 for you, Susan.
Yay.
Erasmo Castro, anytime you need my help, I will be more than happy to go volunteer to help in your office. That's how much we appreciate you. Yeah, if anyone wants to come to the office and help me with sending messages on my Facebook page, more power to you. I will gladly give my chair for a little while. Guys, have a great day, great weekend. I will be out at the island tomorrow for a bit, and Savram's coming, and then I'll be back at it on Monday morning. Thanks, Susan. Keep on
Peace.
fighting. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.
Bye, guys.